Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a practical indoor field test penetration test. Now I've done field tests for both of these guns. We've got this is the, make sure I get it right, TC68. It's a 68 caliber, less lethal gun, so paintball gun essentially. And then we have the T4E, they're both T4E by Umarex products, TP50 pistol, again, less lethal, essentially a paintball gun in 50 caliber. And we're shooting a couple different ammunitions today. We're going to be shooting these nylon, or these are the rubber balls with the steel core for the 50 caliber, for the TP50, and for the 68, the TC68, we're going to be using nylon balls. They're actually both pretty close in weight. I think they're just under 3 grams, roughly. So because it has a steel core, it's a little heavier for its size, nylon being a little bit less dense. But we're going to be shooting at 3 different surfaces. We're going to be shooting at, I think it's a 3-ply wood, so it's a plywood, to see what kind of penetration we get. We're going to be shooting at some galvanized steel. It's basically a garbage can lid, and then some plastic barrel lids to see what we can do with these guns. And obviously they're going to perform a lot differently. Now the TP50 is stock. It's exactly stock as it comes out of the box. You're going to get roughly 12 to 13 joules with these guys, and they're going to be traveling at just over 300 feet per second. Now I have slightly modified the TC68 by doing the screw adjustment. So there's a valve in here you can adjust for velocity. And if you haven't already watched my field test videos for these guns and my tabletop videos for these guns, make sure to do that because I do go over that a little bit more in those videos. But essentially there's a little screw, and if you screw it in all the way, it only screws in so far. You can take that screw out and get just basically a headless Allen key. And now you can screw that in further and get a higher velocity. Essentially what's happening is there's more CO2 being delivered with each shot. So you're going to go through the CO2 a lot quicker. But instead of 15 joules, you're going to get closer to 30. And I've tested it, it gets close to 30 joules. So significantly faster, double the performance easily by doing that, and it makes it still well under 500 feet per second. I think the average was around 460 using these nylon balls. So you're still within Canada legal limits for having basically a gun that's unregulated and doesn't have to be, apply to all the different rules that we have for regulated firearms. So that's kind of nice. So, you can look into all that stuff later on your own, but that's a nice thing to have because it's a less lethal gun. If you do shoot somebody with this in your home, because they're being bad, they're being naughty people, they're in your house, they shouldn't be there, you've asked them to leave, they're not leaving, you have to encourage them somehow, and you don't want to kill anybody, you just want them gone, then the intent with this one is not to kill, it's less lethal, so that means a lot when you get to the court system, if that were to come to it. So that's a good thing, right? So these guys are great for that situation, and having close to 30 joules, we're going to find out today what to expect. Now, if you're watching this video, you're either watching the TC68 video or you're watching the TP50 video. So the next part of this video is going to be dedicated to each specific gun, depending on which video you're watching. Again, watch my tabletop videos, watch my field test shooting videos. I perform for these guns already. And if you're interested in buying them, check out the links in the description to buy them in Canada. We have them in Canada. We also carry Umarex products in the US, but not always the same one. So you can check the links out for those for US ones as well. But I do have these typically in Canada because I'm reviewing them here. That means they came to me via the store. If you're interested in other products, there's other products available in those links as well. All right, let's get to the shooting portion of this test and find out what to expect and what these guys can deliver. All right, I've got my wood set up. I've got a garbage can lid there, and I've got some other plastic lids. Now, based on how the TP or the TC68 performed, I'm not expecting to penetrate, with this guy at least, a lot of these surfaces, but we'll see what it does, kind of marks it leaves. I'm at 30 feet roughly, so I could be a little closer and that might help, but the problem is I don't like getting smacked with rebounding or balls that come back. These are rubber balls. They're going to come back a little bit at me. I'm a little safer back here, but let's shoot it. Let's see what we get. I'm going to put a couple rounds in each one. As we go, I'll go up and check it out, and we'll see what we can get here with the TP50. All right, so we're just going to aim it somewhere around the middle there. Again, we're not doing for accuracy here. Oh, I got to give this a smack. Okay, there we go. You can see right there, we've got the little pin that sticks out. That orange little thing tells me that we are live, and now I can shoot. That had a little bit of oomph. Wow, that is really a lot more than I remember. Okay, so where's the second one? There's there's one. Where's the other one? I don't even know. That's weird, but this thing's really pumping it out. I might have hit a knot. Sometimes if you hit a knot, you're not going to see much. I don't know. How many rounds do I got in here? I don't want to use all the rounds on this wood board. Anyways, I think that gives us a pretty good idea of what this can do. That's significant. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. This gun has more than enough juice in it to slow some people down if they're. Let's put this on there. So now keep in mind these two low ones here are from the TC68. Let's get back here. And let's fire a couple rounds in this guy. I'm going to aim a little higher. Wow, that's going. Man, this is hotter than I remember. This is no slouch. Okay, yeah. 1 and 2. I'm going to take this off so you can see it. So hopefully you can see it. 1 and 2 right here. Those two guys. Yeah, no slouch at all here. We're going to tape this to this. I'm probably only going to get one shot before this thing falls off. That's okay. We really only need one. One and done. Okay. All right. Let's see what we get. I'm expecting it for sure to go through one of these. This gun has some kick. Like, you know, again, to all fairness to the TC68, the first couple shots I got out of it when I was outside were they were going pretty quick. And to be fair, the CO2 may have leaked out to the point where it's not quite as effective. So I think I'm definitely going to revisit this one with the 88 gram CO2 with a brand new one in there and see what it does. Recreate this same video. I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. Let me know if you want me to do that. That's a different video, but I did. When you watch that video, you'll know what I'm talking about here. All right, so let's put a couple rounds in here, or one at least. Okay, that's what I expected to happen. I expected it to just fall on the ground. And let's take a look. What happened? Where did it hit? I don't know where it hit. Oh, I hit up really high. I'm just going to put one. I do not expect it. I'm going to aim a little lower. I do not expect it to penetrate 2, but I'm kind of expecting it to penetrate 1. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to aim a little lower. This gun is impressive. So again, I shot high. It does shoot a bit on the high side. I think we hit it twice, but we hit it kind of in the same spot. Now I was aiming pretty low, so it's kind of weird that this is shooting so high, but it does shoot high. Just keep that in mind. But as you can see, it's fine. It's doing a good job. So, man, I don't know if you can see it. I'm pretty sure you can see it in the video. This gun has kick. It's literally throwing my hand back. It's not a heavy round. I think it's just under 3 grams. So it's not a super heavy round. Like if it was a heavy projectiles tend to make you give the guns more kick. The more grain or whatever, heavy grain ammunition always provides more kick. It's like when you push off against a wall. If you push off against nothing, nothing happens. If you push off against something that's not moving, like a heavy projectile, it slows you down. You get more push off of it. And so that's what gives you your kick. So lighter grain rounds are always going to feel like they have less recoil. So it's not a heavy grain, and it still feels like I've got some recoil. So that's impressive. All right, again, check out the tabletop and the field test video for this gun. And make sure you check out the links in the description to buy. I'll put links for Canada, and if it's available in the US, there'll be a link there as well. I'll also put links for the Canada and US Replica Airgun stores, or if you can just go there, it's replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US to buy air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the TC68 video I made to see that one. Although again, I'm wondering if I should have put put a brand new CO2 in there just to give it a fairness. But anyways, it is what it is. Well, again, I think I'm going to revisit that with the 88 gram anyway. So thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.